Great day to be a Tiger. JSU by 40 campaign. Coach Taylor, I was just thinking, I was sitting in my office and we were talking about Jackson State athletics, the tradition of Jackson State. You played here. What if 50,000 alums gave $40 a month for 12 months?
Man, that would be huge. That's money in the bank for athletic program.
Let's do this, Coach. I'm challenging all 50,000 alumni of Jackson State University, supporters, fans. Let's give $40 a month to JSU by 40 campaign. 12 months, 12 million. September to August, let's win championships in the classroom. Let's support Jackson State University. Let's support athletics. And let's make sure our coaches and our student athletes are successful. So again, Coach Taylor and I are challenging you, all 50,000 alums, $40 a month for 12 months to support Jackson State athletics. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Support the JSU by 40 campaign. Visit gojsutigers.com/JSU by 40.
What's up, everybody? What's today? Monday. Boy, it took me a second to think about it for a minute. I was like, man, I'm sitting there watching this game, man. It's 41 seconds left to go. We up 61-60. I delayed the live for this reason alone. It is President's Day, whatever that's supposed to mean. Come on, Ken. 37 seconds. Ken Evans got the ball. He's driving. All right, let's see. Come on, make a move. Oh, he beat him off the dribble. And okay, he drew a foul. He foul? Oh, wow, he lost the ball. 27 seconds left to go in the game. We up 1 point, and I hate going live when we're playing because it just kind of takes away from the context of what we're doing. And then also the other thing was I've been traveling today, so made it back to Cali and made it back home. Matter of fact, I literally just landed in Cali about 7:20, just about my time. So I just landed about 40 minutes ago. I had to get off the plane, get to my car, drive to the crib, get in, get set up my computer, set up my laptop, and the camera. So we got a lot to talk about tonight. And then the show must go on. Don't make no difference what's going on. We're gonna have a show. We will only have 2 shows this week. We'll have a show on Wednesday. We will not have a live show on Friday. We will be in New Orleans for the HBCU Legacy Bowl. That doesn't mean we won't go live. We just won't have a formal show. We're gonna be working, and then we do want to just kind of be free. Damn, it's their ball. So all right, they got the ball. 24 seconds left to go in the game. 61-60. Come on, defense. We got to get a stop right now. I'm not looking at the chat because I don't want y'all to tell me if I'm delayed. Come on, we just need good defense. 14 seconds. 14 seconds. They got the ball. Come on, defense. We need a great stop right here. Come on, baby. We need a turnover. Come on. Oh, boy, y'all almost had it. Oh, 5 seconds to go in the game. 5 seconds to go in the game. Bethune-Cookman ball. We up 61-60. They just called a timeout. Come on, defense. Let's go. Oh, man. Woo. Well, happy President's Day to y'all, man. Hopefully y'all had a good day. Hope y'all had a better day than I did. Not saying that I had a bad day, just, whenever you're traveling and trying to figure out navigating. And I was, fortunate to get home for a second. Got some of the things done I need to get done, and didn't get a chance to make it to the HBCU Combine. Kind of disappointed in that, but, it's all good. I'll be down there this week. Shout out to everyone who had a chance to get to it. Shout out to Blue, Gerald, all the folks that's down there in NO already. Shout out to all the players. Shout out to the New Orleans chapter, man. I got some photos I'm gonna share with you guys. Greeted each player as they made it to the hotel to New Orleans with 2 bags, some happies, man, and some healthy snacks and some JSU stuff, man. Nobody loves on our Tigers the way we do, man. It ain't no slap to nobody else, and ain't no knock to nobody else. It's just what we do. You know what I mean? If you're in the family, you're in the family forever. Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Y'all know how it goes. And it is what it is. Decent crowd tonight. Not what it could have been, of course. It's a Monday. We know a lot of people working. It's a little thin. It's a little thin in there. All right. Come on, baby. We need that. Everybody on their feet. Everybody standing up. Defense. All right. I'm going to go ahead and shut up and let this thing play. So y'all can hear it.
All right.
Come on, baby.
JSU will
Come on, baby.
inbound the basketball.
Rob J on the mic.
And another timeout.
We'll call another timeout. We'll come back to
Jackson State.
Hey, we're not gonna really get started until this game over with, because I didn't want to do this for a whole half, so I was okay. I mean, it's gonna be a very matter-of-fact show, no fluff. We'll keep our schedule pretty much the same. We may even have a guest or two pop up on this thing, man. So y'all just kind of stay tuned for that. Hang tight. Man, we got to get this game, y'all. We got to get this game, y'all. All right, here we go. All right, I'm going to let this last play, and then we're going to get started for real, man, because I got a lot that I do want to touch on. So we're going to talk about that Southern Heritage Classic, too.
It won't be an overtime. Let me say that, Coach.
Hey, George, we're getting that.
Right here on defense.
Come on. 5 seconds.
Will inbound the basketball. Coach will be guarding the inbounds pass. Another timeout.
What, another timeout? Oh, come on, man. Get the game on.
He was able. Come
on, man. Don't nut up now. But anywho, yeah, John Huggins did have a good day. We're gonna talk about all that today, man. We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna be the maestro. Y'all just follow my lead on that. I ain't gonna jump into nothing. I got a whole slew of things I do want to touch on, been working on. I had the whole plane ride to work on some stuff, man, that I did want to talk about tonight. What's going on, Brother Poe? How you doing? Hopefully everything good with you. Absolutely, man. I'm not sure which other crew will be on tonight. Just know that y'all will see us working this week. We will be down in the NO. Planning to get there probably Thursday. I'll be there for Thursday's practice. And then 2, I couldn't go straight from Jackson because my camera was here in Cali. The camera was here in Cali, so I had to come on back home. But I'll be heading back out in a couple of days. So, all right, here we go.
Get it in. He has to call a timeout. The timeout, he couldn't get it in. 5 seconds to go.
Another timeout. Oh my God, man.
60.
Sheesh. Jackson State up 61-60 softball team. Everybody, they did, man. Despite the bad that's right, bro. I know you was out there. We're gonna touch on that too. We definitely gonna get into a little bit of all of that, man. So just stay tuned. Look, we're not gonna start this show off until this damn game over with. So we finna get this thing rocking. Hold on. Let y'all get some of this boom action. All right. Come on, defense. Let's go, baby.
Again. Deshaun Dyson will inbound the basketball again along the side in front of the JSU fans sitting courtside.
Come on.
Dyson gets it in, and he goes up with it. It is no good. Ball loose on the floor. Jackson State has it.
Okay, baby. Let's go, baby. 4 in a row. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, baby. Woo! JSU wins. All right, let's get this show started. I feel good now. Let's freaking go, man. Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's how you battle, man. You battle. I don't care about no injuries. Next man up. That's what we do. Next man up, man. Woo! All right, man. I really was sweating because y'all know I'm a fanatic, man, when it comes to basketball, right? I'm proud of them boys, man. Them boys fought their heart out tonight, and they pulled it off, man. They pulled it off, man. They pulled it off. Yes, indeed, man. Whew. All right, man. Let's jump into some stuff, man. Got a lot that I do want to touch on. Y'all know the game just ended, but let's just jump into these preliminaries, and then we'll go from there. because I got something I definitely want to get to that I think you guys are gonna appreciate from a just from an information standpoint. Because I know I spend a lot of time out in them social media streets, just combating bull junk. The Clarion Liars, they dropped that article about the Southern Heritage Classic. The same dude that wrote that article was the same dude that wrote the article about Javancy being from Louisville, Texas, and correlating the two, the offensive lineman and Ethan Terrell with Javancy getting hired. So that goes to show you the amount of work that's being done. And if these dudes really do real reported work, then they'll get to the nuts and bolts and the reality of what's happening. And I had a very, 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 very powerful source, that came in and gave me some great information today. And I'm going to say it right here. It was our previous president, former President Thomas Hudson. I had a conversation with him today about that. So I'm going to share with you guys at the end of this, the preliminaries, exactly what we talked about. And we're going to get some straightening going on. Because when you do the real work, people really rock with you. And he was like, man, keep fighting a good fight. You're doing a great job. So shout out to former Prez, Thomas Hudson, and wish him well. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's jump into it, man. Foundation, y'all. I did say to you guys that, so look, we are going to get an Airbnb this week for a few days. And I mentioned to you guys that we was going to do a $2,000 initiative. So we're trying to get some travels covered, and I'll leave it at that. We got to get some things covered while we're moving around. We're going to be moving a big team. We're going to go full guns blazing. And when we get down there, we working. So we already got 290. We got 300 people already tuned in. So if, you guys see the ticker at the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and put that out there. We haven't done any initiatives really this year, and we won't do many because we are focusing on something totally different, just more big picture stuff. But this is one that we do want to make sure that everybody is taken care of. Prayers for me. What's going on, cuz? How you doing? Prayers to you, sis, sweetheart. I hope everything going well. Hope everything. I don't like them type of messages, cuz I don't like them type of messages, man. It's been a lot. Said it was a scuffle between a JSU Chili and a BCU trainer. I don't think the BCU trainer want that. He don't want them type of problems, man. Y'all know Jackson. Y'all know how Jackson get down, man. Y'all don't want them type of problems, man. Yeah, that's right. Go ahead and hit that stream, man. So listen, man. Hey, the Cash App's up and is open, and I'm gonna be very matter of fact about it. We got a goal that we got to hit. So if you guys want to jump in on that and want to contribute to these travels, we want to make sure. And here's what we're doing. We're actually partnering with Austin and his team, and we're trying to get them to stay an extra day. And so we want to assist with some housing as far as making sure we're taken care of, fully taken care of, from transportation as well as travel. And like I said, we don't step in front of the university or anything like that. But when we partner with them, we want to make sure that we give, because John Huggins had himself a day today, and that's why it's important. And I am disappointed because I didn't get a chance to get down there, because when you don't get a chance to get down there, you have to rely on others to do the work for you. And that's why I'm disappointed. I'm going to just come off the screen for that. And I mean that. I'm dead serious about that. I applied for it. I did not get a response. Maybe I was a little slow to the draw, but I was supposed to be down there in New Orleans today. And that didn't happen. So I came on back home, and then I'll get down there when the crew get down there. So I'm excited to get down there. We've already connected with them. I look forward to working with them. Look forward to interviewing them, sitting down, talking to them about their whole week, their whole experience. We'll get some more JSU related content, and we're going to make sure it's nice and clean and good. So, they're bringing the crew down. We're bringing all the big guns. So when that happens, when you mobilize like that, it costs. That's why when you see the boom moving around like it does. Hey, speaking of the boom, I had a conversation with Dr. Little, man. Shout out to Dr. Roderick Little. I had a chance to exchange numbers with him. We will have him on the show soon. So we're working out some details from a scheduling standpoint. I told y'all, man, we ain't bullshitting no more, man. We coming with it. And I'm just gonna put this out there. Y'all make sure y'all go donate that to that link, man. Because the Boom is gonna need about anywhere from $850,000 to $1 million to mobilize and do what they're trying to do in a year. So we got to go big when it comes to that, and we got to make sure we do what we need to do. So just want to put that out there. I'm not trying to steal his thunder, but I did ask those specific questions when I was talking to him at the game on Saturday. So, hey, you sometimes you have not because you ask not, and then you're not very specific. And or should I say Pacific, because that's where I'm at. I'm over here by the Pacific Ocean right now. So I was like, Doc, how much y'all gonna need? You know, what we talking about? I was like, because, you know, I told him I live 40 minutes down the street from where the parade is at. I'm trying to be all up and through that thing, you know, whatever way we can assist and help, you know, we're going to do that, you know. Told him one hell of a week that he's had, and, man, they on a historic run. So I just wanted to just put that out there, you know, but we'll get into it as we continue to go. But like I said, y'all go ahead and hit that app, man. Come on through for your boy, man, in the squad. And I promise y'all know, because it'll be confirmed. Y'all know I definitely don't get out there unless it's a need. So yeah, let's make it happen. That'll be up the whole show, and that's what we on. So if folks want to know why the Cash App is up and what the initiative is, if they come in, y'all let them know in the chat. That's what we on. So we got 300 in the chat. If everybody can send $10, that we'll be done with that, and we'll move on pretty quickly. We're a little slow to the draw because we done kind of got out of the initial game, so we're a little rusty. I know it's all right, but I just want to put that out there, and I want y'all to understand something. This ain't for us. I just want you to know that. So, but at the same time, it is for us. It's for us by us. However, it's not directly for us, like KC-1400 Media, yet it is. So but we're gonna make it happen. So y'all go ahead and I appreciate the support. Hit that Cash App, man, so we can get this initiative knocked out. All right, let's jump into these preliminaries. If you want to make those donations to Givelify, go to Friends of KC-1400 Inc. Get a tax deductible for your donation. Website, same website been up. Y'all know who our channel sponsor is, man. Our channel sponsor is Cannon Toyota Vicksburg. Shout out to Cannon Toyota. Shout out to Billy Crozier for providing the transportation for us. He already gave us a vehicle. We taking the big 7-passenger down there, big expedition, man. Appreciate Billy and Cannon Toyota Vicksburg for always making sure that we're able to mobilize and be where we need to be when we need to be there. And we appreciate the partnership. And so yeah, when y'all see us, we'll be all in one vehicle navigating the streets, man. So all right, let's move on. This Wednesday, I'm truly excited about this. We got the legendary 2-time Olympic gold medalist and women's basketball Hall of Famer, Miss Ruthie Bolden, going to be on the show on Wednesday. It's going to be a dope, action-packed show. That's actually going to be the highlight of our week, and it's going to be the beginning of us doing special guests each week. We want to try to get a special guest on the show. Preferably Wednesday. Wednesday's that hump day. So we want to try to give you guys a good joke. You know, I know we got Flashback Friday and we got Monday to kick the show off anyway. Mondays are always action-packed, so we do what we do. All right. Had a great time meeting her. Had a chance to meet her on Saturday, man. She is a legend. The GOATs came out, man. The legendary coaches, man. Hey, when she was in the building, she had the gold medals out, man. I mean, it was all love. Shout out to my big brother KT Dub for putting this on. And I got some great news for you guys, man. So in case you guys didn't know, our big brother KT Dub is partnering with Ruthie in her mission in her post basketball career, public speaking, talking about mental and physical health, Black family, all that good stuff, man. She's doing an outstanding job of traveling the world, man, speaking. And through these conversations and through this partnership, her coming to the game, we was able to host her at the game on Saturday. Compliments KC-1400 Media. We appreciate her for driving all the way up from South Mississippi, the Pascagoula area, out of Lucedale, you know, from my hometown. And she was in the building, and everybody know who she is, man. She's done, her work goes before her. She's just an amazing. And what we found out and I'm on Still a Thunder because we're going to get into all of that on Wednesday when she's up on the show. But she knows Coach Tamika Reed. She was texting with us. She's like, hey, we escorted her over there to the office. Coach Reed come down, her and her staff, and we was over there in the corner chilling, talking to her. She wanted, her son was here, had her kids with her, and they, wanted to meet Mo. And Mo said, a legend. They immediately, I didn't post the picture, but they immediately got in defensive stands. It was pretty cool, man. It was dope to see, man, and just that was just absolutely legendary, man. So, oh, there you go. What is this? 500 gifters equals 1 million. Yeah, it's not going. Oh man, let me go back up to my cousin and see what happened. Yeah, cuz you got to hit me up. Hey, cuz you got to hit me up, Thelma, and let me know what's really going on. I don't know what's going on, but I'll find out. I'll get with you, okay? So, yeah, that's my real cousin right there, man. That's my family. So I hope everything is okay with you, sis. So yeah, but yeah, what was I? So no, it was great, man. So we will have Ruthie on the show on Wednesday. Be prepared to come in. She met Brother Trent. What's up, Trent? Trent was in the building. A lot of folks, Aquay, just everybody, man. Thank you, AD Wells, for rolling out the red carpet for her, showing great hospitality. Listen, we didn't know this, but her teammate, her Sacramento Monarchs teammate, is the head basketball coach for the women's team, FAMU women's team. And they just hit it all. It was just like a perfect situation, man. It was an absolute perfect situation. And I'm fortunate and thankful that I got a chance to go and meet her before we interview with her. So we can make her a lot more comfortable in that. So because of, this whole situation, she is going to be speaking to the women's basketball team before the Arkansas Pine Bluff game, March 7th, man. So I'm pumped up about that. Big brother KT Dub and Ruthie gonna be in there talking about, just some really amazing stuff with the team, man. And we're gonna capture that moment. So I want to send a huge shout out to Coach Tamika Reed and her staff for the fantastic job they've done. They're 13-0 this season. I mean, she's just stellar in the work that she's doing. So we'll move right on. And speaking of Coach Tamika Reed, I'm going to drop this cash out for him right now. I want to make sure I got this photo. He was actually, this is from BCA, right? This is Black Coaches Association. She's one of the top 10 Black head coaches in NCAA Division I basketball, women's basketball, according to the overall record. She just improved, so now she's 18-6 in the top 10 with Dawn Staley, Kenny Brooks, Felicia Leggett Jack, Ashley Langford, Vanessa Blair Lewis, Aqua Franklin, Jason Burton, Niall Ivy, Larry Vickers from Norfolk State, and obviously our beloved Coach Tamika Reed, who is in the top 10, man. So she is y'all know how much we love Coach Reed, man. We're going to love on her, and we're going to do everything we can to keep her at Jackson State as long as she would like to be. So we're going to make sure she's taken well care of, and we got to make sure that happens. And I know A.D. Robinson's going to do that. I when it comes to that type of stuff, I lean that we got the best AD in the game, man. He know what he's doing. So we're going to trust the AD. He's been doing a stellar job, he and his staff, and we're going to trust that everything is going to be A-okay, along with the foundation, the Tiger Fund, and Blue Mingle, and everyone that supports athletics in the way that they do. Speaking of the women's basketball, Saturday they knocked off FAMU 71-44. Led by Angel Jackson, 18-10. Got that big dub, that big double, and 18-10. And then we won, the men's won as well. We redeemed ourselves, won 77-55. And shout out to the big man, J.O. And I'm good, y'all. I just had something in my throat, so I'm just draining right now. But the men won by 22. Jordan had 22 points, 13 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 assists. He was the player of the game, and he was also voted the box to row HBCU player of the week. 6'7", Jordan O'Neal. He's from Mobile, Alabama. Averages 19 and a half, rebounds, 2 blocks while shooting 64% from the field. Says we had a 2-0 record last week. Got the double-double against FAMU, obviously. And then I hadn't gotten his stats for the night. What up, James? Gonna see you this week, man, down in the NO, baby. We got some work to do. Tell him, bro, we gotta make sure we good down there, man. We gotta make sure we good down there. So yeah, man. So shout out to Jordan and appreciate the work that they was doing. And then, like I said, tonight, the women knocked out Bethune-Cookman. It was a tight game. Actually, we was down 1 going into the fourth quarter. I think it was 33-32, or I think it was 33-32. We were down 1 point going into the fourth quarter. And we pulled that thing out like we do. Recruit the 215, let Blue say. Recruit that 215. Mobile in the house, the original Mardi Gras town. The birth of the Mardi Gras. It ain't New Orleans, man. Y'all, for folks that don't know, man, listen, Mobile take that very serious, and I respect the hell out of it. Because if I was from Mobile, I'd be pissing. I wouldn't be pissing on it. I'm just saying, like, New Orleans is cool, but Mobile used to be the capital of Louisiana. History lesson. Blue, I know you're down there, brother. And we'll see you in a couple of days, man. Keep doing the great work, man. Keep doing the great work. And we'll see you guys here shortly, man. Adriana Avant, Adriana Avant, she had a pretty good game, 12-12. We shot poorly from the field today. We had one of those weird can't make a shot days. We got the shots, we just couldn't make them. So, but we pulled it out. Les bon temp roulette. I think that's how you say it. Tips. Yes, indeed, man. It was certainly a nail biter. I'm in the car headed home from the AAC. Yeah, I knew I wanted to give all of you guys an opportunity, man, to get in and get situated, get home, get rocking and rolling, man. And yeah, so you guys could be attentive to what we want to talk about tonight. Let's get into some baseball real quick, man. Congratulations to the men's baseball team. We'll have Mo on again. I know, Mo, you're traveling, bro. Safe travels back to OKC, well, to Oklahoma, rather. And we lost the first game to Texas Southern, but came back, knocked off Alcorn 11-5. And, man, we had a hell of a win against Grambling. I know it got a little chippy, but, hey, man, I like that dog. I like that fight, man. We fight, we win. We win and took something. So they may be the first, but Louisiana elevated. Y'all can argue in the chat about that. I'm going to let y'all have. But, yeah, super dope shout out to the men's baseball team for getting those 2 dubs and to finish up the Cactus Jack Classic, HBCU Classic, in a very strong way. I know Prairie View wound up winning the actual Classic for, sweeping their pool and finishing 3-0 in the winners bracket. But we went over there and went 2-1. We got ourselves something. We definitely got ourselves something, man. So shout out to our baseball team, Coach Omar, Coach Dillard, and staff, man, whole squad. I can't wait to get to a baseball game. Can't wait to see the technology that we were able to, as a family, as a group, put together to purchase for the baseball team. I can't wait to see that in action. We'll get over there and do it ourselves. So looking forward to that. So if you're just now coming into the live, you guys go ahead and hit that like button, hit the share button, hit that cash out. We got an initiative going on. We're trying to get that 2 G's, man. We just add to some extra cushion for the travel, for some travel. This is a travel initiative we got to cover. So we close to we almost a quarter of the way there. We coming out the gate slow. So we got a few hundred in the pot, but we'll aim high. So we're trying to get to 2. And I'll let you guys know when we get there. Keep donating. We appreciate the support. And then you guys will know exactly what we got going on when we do it. Baseball game tomorrow night versus Tougaloo. Oh, man, damn. I just left too, man. It's all right. I'm gonna miss it, but y'all go ahead and y'all gotta enjoy that. Make sure you get your baseball tickets, man. Pull up on Coach Omar and the squad over there, man, and go show y'all support, man. Go do that. I want to send some huge support and love to our women's softball team. They split the other day. Shout out to I know Mike was just in the chat saying that we had some bad umpire. We lost by 1 run to North Carolina Central. We beat Fort Valley State 9-3. They did a great job, man. So we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it. Oh, players and coaches involved in the fight that broke out during post-game handshake. A huge brawl. Who got into a fight? Oh wow, okay. Anywho, but shout out to the women's softball team, man. Keep it going. All right, man. Now we finna move on to track. Look, we got a whole lot we want to touch on tonight. Shout out to my coach, man, my guy, my one of my favorite coaches, man. Coach Thorne. His team, they were out, his athletes were out and doing their thing today. We're gonna start off with swag recognitions. Davion Center is the most outstanding field performer of the year with men's track and field. And Trey, Lillian Dudley, she is the most outstanding field performer of the year. So huge shout out to them and getting the SWAC recognition, the SWAC honors. Coach has a really great program he got going on. And although we didn't win the whole meet, we had a lot of athletes that medaled, man. Here's a photo of that, Coach Thorne and staff and athletes, man. And they pulled up, they did their thing. What's up, Edwin? A lot of medalists, and we'll break it down. I appreciate the make sure y'all following the track team too. Make sure y'all following the track team. Go to Go JSU Tigers XCTF on Twitter. That's for cross country track and field, if you didn't know. Huge shout out to Davion Center. He in the shot put throw finalists, he was first place, so he was a champion. Gabrielle Holiday, she finished third place in the weight throw, so congratulations to her. In the hip, you got Vincent Wilson in the heptathlon, winning first place. You got Javon Gray, men's triple jump finalist, first place. So we got some athletes. We got to keep them in the house, man. So we definitely got to work up some partnerships, some brand ambassador NILs. We got to make sure we keep them in the how did we got the Super Bowl interview? Yeah, it was a great interview with them, with Dr. Little. So and then Bernard J. Jackson was third place in the men's mile finals. And then you had Lillian Trey Dudley. She's back-to-back champion with the women's shot put throw. You got a really good team, man. And of course, Davion had the weight throw. He finished third place in that particular event. And then for the men's DMR relay, you had they finished third place with Bernard J. Jackson, Caleb Crutcher, Dominic Turner, and Andrew Kiplagat. So congratulations to Coach and his team and his group of athletes, man. Did a great job out representing Jackson State, man. We're proud of them, and we're looking forward to getting out to support them a little bit more as we go on throughout the remaining of the season. You got several seasons, but track and field is all year round, basically. So you got several other events. We'll tap in with him to see how we can support and be there, and like we were last year, and go from there. So yeah. HBCU Legacy Bowl. Let's get into it. I had to start here, man. I just thought this was really cool. I like the uniforms this year. I love the got that Black History Month look to it. You know what I mean? And it was only right, man. You had the two best quarterbacks in HBCU football for the year. The two featured athletes. You had Davius Richard out of North Carolina Central. And you had Jeremy Musa from the Celebration Bowl champion FAMU Rattlers. And they got a chance to stroll through the NO, man, and really put it on display. I love this, man. This is great marketing. It makes the city embrace what's happening so they can continue to grow the support. Shout out to Doug Williams and Shaq Harris for being the faces of this HBCU Legacy Bowl, and it's getting bigger and bigger. Like I said, we'll be there this week. For those that did not know, like I said, if you're just tuning in, we do have an initiative I'm trying to hit for some travel, some additional travel cushion for something that we're trying to cover for us housing, as far as for the media team and to take care of them while we're there. So go ahead and hit that Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, whatever it takes. You want to throw some in the pot, and we appreciate that. And we make sure that you guys are fully aware of what it is we're doing. Yeah, EA, you didn't put them snakes up when you saw that fam. You got that ass beating basketball, did you? You was in that chat. You sure was in that chat on Friday talking crazy. You just swore them down. Y'all gonna come get y'all a dub, didn't it? Yeah, we tapped y'all up real good and sent you on about your way. That's right. They did do an awesome job covering the combine. A lot of history was covered. That's correct. I really did enjoy that, man. Great stuff. Shout out to the New Orleans chapter, man. Brother Raymond Woodford is gonna and sharing these photos, man. DJ down there. You know, DJ was in the combine. We'll get into some specifics. Shout out to Blue and his team that put together some of the numbers and the official numbers and stuff. We'll put that up in a second. But I want to send a huge shout out to the New Orleans chapter, who always just go above and beyond. They're also working on trying to get some things knocked out and in place for the boom to eat, get the boom fed. So when I say they be working and they be doing it, and when we say we love on our Tigers, man, we do. We really do. They both got, each athlete got like I said, got 2 bags. They got a JSU blanket and they got some healthy snacks in another bag, man. So just to pull up to the hotel when they arrived in the city, man, and show love like that is just, it means the world to them. And I know they were just ecstatic for that love. So at DJ, at DJ in the building, and y'all don't worry about this cough. This is what happens when you're getting better. You start draining and it start getting on you. But I'm gonna take a little something tonight, and I'll knock that on out the way. So, but anywho, yeah, that's right. James will be down there. Got to get this great content in New York, in New Orleans, man. So that's what we try to do. We just here to stand in the gaps. If we can help in some type of way through whatever we got. Listen, you got KT Dub, you got TD, you got Marcus with Nook. For y'all that don't know about Marcus, you got myself, you got KT Dub. You know what I mean? You got Corey won't be there down there for Tiger Talk this week. However, we'll stand in his stead. And then you got Austin. You got and his team. You know, shout out to Ash. Shout out to James. Shout out to Fuji. I keep forgetting his name. Is it Fuji? I forgot his name. What up, brother? What's up, baby? EA, you better enjoy this pass because I love that. Get on him, Irv. They got to come to the Jack, man. When they come, when they come to the Jack, it's gonna be totally different, man. You better. Hey, we gonna make sure he right there. He gonna have to see it. You remember that movie where they had to open their eyes up so that light can shine? Yeah, we gonna do him like that, Irv. But yeah, man. DJ was in the building. I mean, look at that. Now you got Jaheim Hazel. Arrived in New Orleans, man. Appreciate the love from the New Orleans chapter. Yeah, Deontay Graham in that thing. Got the big Q bag. Look at him. Shout out to the Qs. Yes, indeed, man. Isaac Pepper's in that thing, man. Y'all, come on, man. Y'all got to show some love for this, man. I love this, man. I love this, man. I love the love, man. And just, I don't have a photo for John, but we are going to get into just kind of John's day. I put up Gerald's tweet. Shout out to Gerald, man. I met Gerald at the East-West Shrine Bowl game. Just working his behind off. He, Blue, and others that are just always constantly, out there doing their thing, man. I'm so proud of John and DJ as well as Jaheim, those that had a chance to participate. We had 3 Tigers that participated in the combine. It was invitation only. It was closed, with the exception of those who got access to it. But according to Gerald, and I trust Gerald's his football acumen, his eyes, in what he sees, and he's very unbiased. He definitely he says what he says, and he was very vocal today. Said initial reaction, John Huggins had the best day. He was top 3 in every drill. His explosiveness was most evident. John has a great physique. His body looks great. I mean, he got the numbers in place, man. Let's touch on it a little bit. Shout out to Eric Smith. Eric Smith, lightning fast, man. DB for FAMU. We all knew FAMU's team had a lot of speed. That's how they were able to overwhelm a lot of teams. That's what happened in the Howard game when Howard was beating them, but then all of a sudden, you can't let the stars, get involved in the game, and then that kind of happened toward the end, and they kind of lost their way, and of course they went undefeated in HBCU play. So, but shout out to the young man Eric for the 4.3 speed. You had Trevion Sherman Green with a 4.4 40. John Huggins 4.4 40. Jaheim Hazel 4.47. And then Javion Morton from it looked like Morgan State Bears with a 4.47. So some great numbers, man, for the defensive guys that was out there doing their thing. Hopefully John made himself some money. If he don't get drafted, he damn sure should get somebody's undrafted free agent contract. Kind of follow that Marquise Bell route. So I'm happy for John. If y'all know with John, he entered the portal and with New Mexico State, and he wound up coming back, man. He played the season with us, and I was extremely happy to have him back. And EA, come on, bro. We understand all that. You get annoying at times. You know that, bro. I love you, man, but you get annoying. You a true rattler to the heart now. I gotta respect it because I'm a true tiger. And, we got respect for each other. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm on your ass when you come to Jackson, dog. We're gonna go get something to drink and smoke some cigars, but I'm gonna light your ass up. I'm just telling you that now. I'm telling you in advance, dog. When you come to the Jack, it's on. But he had a good dude though. We met, we chopped it up. You know what I'm saying? We met in real life. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with nobody that's true to their thing. Now, I know where you ain't going to go. You ain't going to go to OG Strike Zone because they ain't got shit to talk about. While they trying to take the shots today, they love talking about us, thinking about us. Y'all sitting up there, you know what I'm saying? Type of drivers. Okay. But anywho, I'm going to get off that. But shout out to John, though, man. Great day for him today. Great day for Jaheim. OG Psych Zone. Yeah. Yes, indeed, man. But gotta love it. So so Blue shared this with us earlier. And we'll start with the safeties. Had a few safeties there. So it's looking to the kind of some of the measurables. You had John Huggins kind of stood out. Long wingspan. He 6'1", 211. Hand size 9.18. Wingspan 77 inches. 77.08. Fastest of the safeties, 4.45 official. The 10-yard split, 1.58, 38.5 vertical. Broad jump, 11.01. Vertical shutter, 4.36. 3 combs, 6.91. I mean, he led in all categories, man. That's pretty dope for all the guys that were there. Jordan Carter actually is a pretty good safety too, man, as well as Jordan Toll. So these are some pretty solid guys that he had a chance. Now these guys all have pro potential. They got the invite to the combine. They did some really good stuff to get there. So shout out to John for just going out there doing his thing. And then we still got our pro day coming up at Jackson State, and I'm pretty sure we'll have a lot of scouts over there. And then there was a lot of scouts that was that really had a lot that they were looking for as far as Jaheim Hazel. As you see, you got Eric Smith. Now, it was more cornerbacks than it was. I just chopped it up into 3. 3 of these actual guys I think these were the 3 fastest, if I'm not mistaken, of the cornerbacks. And, of course, you got Eric Smith and his numbers. Small hands, but he got a lot of speed, lot light, 5'8", small young man, but he still kind of got that, is it Antonio Winfield? Was it Winfield that was short like that? but that was a problem. Darryl Green, 5'10", 5'9" type situation, really with a lot of speed. But Jaheim, 5'10" and a half, 188, 918 on big hands, man. 73.28 wingspan, 447. And y'all saw Jaheim in what he did in league play. You know what I mean? He has charted track and field results. That's right. That's absolutely right, Edwin. 447, 165, 31 and a half vertical. Eric Smith, man, explosive. Great vertical, great broad jump with him, shuttle 441. And as you can see, when you got speed, it translates. It translates through all of the attributes, all the different drills. But Jaheim, number 2 on that list. So, I mean, hey, he had a great showing. And then, too, Jaheim was he was the best cornerback we had during the season. He was. And a lot of folks don't know Jaheim actually broke his hand during the season last year, and he toughed it out. Joe had one of them bangs on it, man. He was like, think he might have missed a game maybe, and but tough as a $2 steak, man. And you know, coming from Beaufort, South Carolina, cousin of Irv and KJ Chisholm, so you know it's a family affair, man, and gotta love it, man. Hopefully Jaheim gets on the team. He's one of those kids. I think that if he gets an opportunity at the next level, he's gonna make the best out of it. He's just a hard worker, and I know he's definitely loved and supported by Coach Quinn, Terenzo Quinn. Next up, DJ. DJ had himself a good day. Looked like second on the list behind Kamari Young, obviously from FAMU. Had a great season. Wingspan a little short. DJ, y'all know how DJ is built, hand size. I mean, he has a very unique build, but he's just a gamer, man. I just wish he would have been utilized a whole lot more than what he was. We could have got one more year with DJ. We'd be good. 4.89, 40. Kind of got that baseball build, man. And you can see the rest of the metrics here. But he had himself a good day. Hopefully he get an opportunity, get on a roster, and make the best out of it, man. So truly proud of him and all of these guys that look like they took advantage of this. I saw some people talking today about what's the purpose of an HBCU combine. Hell, listen, man, it's a lot of players that play HBCU ball that ain't getting no invite to nothing. I guarantee you that if they could have got an invite to the HBCU combine, they would have loved to go. So don't be no hater, man, because you know. These guys get an opportunity. Our previous head coach suggested that the NFL add 5 additional players to each position group to incorporate the HBCU talent. NFL ain't made no changes, so we appreciate the NFL scouts for pulling up down to New Orleans for this annual HBCU Legacy Bowl. And trust me, this thing is going to snowball. It's going to continue to get bigger. Especially when you get continue to get some amazing sponsors that are part of this thing, and the fans continue to pull up and show up, come down to the NO and really support this game. I can't wait to get down there. I would love to be down there, but we'll get the interview with Ruthie. We want to make sure that we're all in place to do that, and then we'll navigate our way down there. So definitely looking forward to getting to the Team Robinson practice at 11 a.m. on Thursday morning. So. But Blue, and appreciate this, brother. Appreciate the information for this. Of course, you guys know that the Boom will be down at the Legacy Bowl. As I stated, for those that weren't in there, I did have a conversation with Dr. Roderick Little. We will be working out a time as to when he'll join the show. We'll have him on. We know he went and had a great conversation with Super Talk. I'm not going to listen to it. I'll just ask my own questions because I want to hear it in my own way and allow the family to pull up and tune in for that particular interview as well. So would absolutely love to actually can't wait for it. We actually talked about the Rose Bowl, the road to the Rose Bowl, and this is going to be $1 million initiative. So we're going to have to give healthily, and we will get it done. Can't wait, proud of the Boom. They're doing some outstanding work, and it's an exciting time for them. So gotta love it, man. I take that back. I didn't mean I am going to listen to the interview. I am going to listen to the interview. What I'm trying to say is that even though I'll listen to the interview, I still want to, I don't want to take anything from that unless I necessarily have to. But the main thing is I kind of want it to be raw, where I just kind of know for myself. So I'll listen to it, but I probably won't listen to it after we talk to him, if that makes sense. So, so yeah. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. We will announce that whenever Dr. Little's is coming up. Again, you guys, we've got this initiative going on. Hit that Cash App. Let's see where we at right now. I got to make sure we make this happen, man. We got to make sure we make this happen. All right, we're a quarter of the way there. We 25% in, so got a goal of $2,000. We 25% there. You can do your own math on that to see as to where we are. We'll make it work with whatever we get, but we appreciate everybody that willing to support in any type of way, because whatever we do this week when we get there, we will people listen. In order to do this stuff, Blue will tell you. If Blue come up, I mean, he can. And matter of fact, I'll drop the link. If you do want to come up, brother, and talk, you don't have to be on camera. That's cool too. But what I will say is this: the amount of miles, the amount of traveling that we do in this type of industry, this HBCU media industry, because it is an industry. It's probably not as respected as people as it will be one day. We just got to continue to do the work, man. This shit is not cheap, man. To travel, to make this thing into a serious mode. Like, it's easy to click a video and tune in and just watch it, but it's so much that goes on behind one video because you have to physically be there. And I get you can stream and do the virtual thing, but events like this, man, the great content comes from those that are there. That's where the amazing content comes from. So this is kind of where we start. This is kind of our motivation a year ago. So we want to make sure we do it. You guys came through for us, and we all got a big Airbnb last year, and we was able to be there for a few days, and we made the absolute best out of it. So we're looking to put together a great meal on Friday night. Not sure if the players will be there, but still trying to confirm if the coaches that'll be down, we'll get them. We'll get the media team. We'll get our team, and we're going to do some serious work. So we're going to make that happen. Yeah, it was a crazy thing happened today in SWAC basketball. Wow. Can't believe what happened with the UAP women's basketball team, but can't have that, man. You know, can't have that at all. So, but nevertheless, you know. But anyway, let's keep it moving. All right. This is what I wanted to get to because I'm pretty much done with all the regular preliminaries. This will be a short show. Once I get done with the preliminaries, look, the link's open. If you guys want to jump up here, talk to your boy. I'll be solo tonight, and then we'll have the crew on probably on Wednesday. But let me say this: I wanted to touch on this. I did want to spend some time on this because, like I told y'all, I did have a conversation with President Hudson, and this is just when we go and we talk. Jeremiah, what happened was it looked like it's like a team implosion down there. So the young lady obviously was sent to the locker room, Jalissa Reese. So it looks like Reese was sent to the locker room, and she came back from the locker room from the other side, and then she hit her own teammate. She hit Zay Green, which is crazy. It's like the two best players on the team getting into a fight, and they got into an absolute fight at the game. It's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, whoa, you know, so they were arguing, you know, she got sent to the locker room for arguing, then came back out and hit Zay. They said that Reese was the aggressor, and she was sent to the locker room, came back out and hit Zay. Then she choked the coach. So what coach got choked? Somebody said, I just witnessed CJ from it's got to be CJ. CJ said, man, I just witnessed the most ghetto-ish ever. USPB women, UAPB women players fighting each other during the game. It was bad. Couldn't nobody hold that girl back from getting Zay. She was choking out the coaching staff for trying to hold her back. They finally got her in the locker room. 15 seconds left. She ran around the locker room and entered the floor from the other side and just ended the game with time on the clock. This is going to be a long bus ride home. DJ started playing Whip That Trick and the crowd went wild. we a trip, man. Holy smokes. Man, that's crazy. Damn, you choking the coach? He pulled a Latrell Sprewell with PJ Carlissimo. I choke a bitch. Woo! Oh, don't worry, Israel. Yeah, that's coming, dog. There ain't no way in the HE double hockey sticks, man. She gonna do that. UAPB like to fight. They like Anthony Mason. King of comedy right there, huh, dog? Oh my goodness. Well, her guy, man, listen, listen, dog. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, that could lead to an assault charge. I'm just trying to tell y'all now, you can't be putting your hands on people, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. Keep your hands off people, man. Stop putting your hands on folk, man. They don't invite you to put their hands on you, man. Don't do that, bro. That ain't good. That's a bad look, man. So y'all know how this go, man. Now, if we break out in the HBCU fight, all the HBCUs gotta pretty much suffer for it because it's like they act like they throw us all in one big box then. You know. So y'all know how that go. But we're gonna keep it going, man. So look, I'm gonna go ahead and put that Cash App back up there, man. Y'all go ahead and hit that app for me. So listen, just recently, man, we was talking to Brother Raymond about this. And like I said, you guys, the link is open. No, she ain't gonna be in the portal shit. She gonna be in the I hope she don't go to prison. You know, I'm serious, man. I know they probably gonna do what they gotta do to try to help her. You know, that's usually what happens on teams. And look, man, when I played college ball, man, JUCO, I played junior college ball. I didn't go to D1 or anything afterwards. I stopped playing after JUCO. We got into fights with our teammates, man, but it was never in front of everybody. You know, that happens. You know, fights happen at practice, that type of stuff, but not in no game, in the middle of the game with the game going on. Whoa. And then you choke your coach out. That's crazy. Hey, they must have really had it out for each other because that was like, I'm finna whoop this. That's why, hey, I got to shout out to DJ though, man. Brother, Steven Jackson show. What's up, Cole? Listen, the DJ was on point. See, that's what I'm talking about. Karamu, where you at, dog? When I was at the game and we was playing, I think somebody, might have been Alcorn. That's how you grab them. I'm playing, by the way. That's how you grab the moment and just relish in it. That's crazy though. But if the DJ is on point, y'all gotta give the DJ some credit, man. Look, as ghetto as it is, as bad as it looks, for him to actually play whoop that trick, whoop that, for him to do that, come on, y'all. Come on now. Come on now. And listen, I get all the legalities to it. I get that she's gonna probably lose a scholarship. She's probably gonna get a assault charge. She'll probably get all kind of stuff. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the timeliness on the spot of the DJ to go to whoop the trick. And he made the crowd go, and the crowd goes wild, as if Holyfield just won the fight. I'm just saying, ain't that right, sir? I'm telling you, come on now. Coach, no, that's my coach right there. Coach, no, fights happen at practice all the time now. When we used to fight at practice, man, my coach would do this right here. He watch you beat the hell out of each other. Be like, y'all done now? All right, now both of y'all get on the line. you get up huffing and puffing, now you got to run suicides. Yeah, man, you let you fight. Yeah, he let you fight. All right, let's move on. All right, so let's get into this. Let's get into this real quick, man. And this is something that I wanted to touch on because there's a lot of rumors out there about Jackson State potentially returning to Memphis. Y'all saw the article. If you read this article in the Clarion Liars, they would it highlights the fact that they did have some commentary with Fred Jones, who's over the with Summit Management Corporation. I guess that's his company, but Fred Jones is over the Southern Heritage Classic, for those that don't know. And this is what I guess you could say investigative reporting. If you really did your homework, the answers to the test are out there. So JT Keith, I told y'all, for those that don't know, JT Keith, not to try to disrespect the brother, because I understand he got a job to do. But when your work is subpar and inaccurate, it is what it is. We can call it what it is. Because the Clarion Liars always tend to, I'm sick of the local newspaper in Jackson, or the state newspaper, because every time they report anything on Jackson State, they only grab negative stories. I mean, not only grab negative stories, but they grab a lot of negative stories. And it's Fred John. I don't know if he is or if he ain't. I don't know. I don't know if he is or if he's not. I don't know about Fred if he's an alum. I doubt it. If he is, he is, but I don't know if he is or if he's not. So I was at that game. I don't remember the DJ playing that song. You might have didn't hear it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so yeah, to request a 2022 story is wild when it's well, not necessarily, because if you started talking about the details of it, listen, man, anything with Jackson State in the headlines is actually going to be good. It's good for business. Jackson State is good for business. That's why I was telling y'all the reason why I'm mentioning that the importance of us being down there, because it's important that Jackson State tell their own story, because everybody else is going to. When you have others telling your story for you, you can't control what they put down. You can't control what they say. Not saying that you're going to cover it and have your blue and white glasses on. No, but it's you're gonna have the right amount of sensitivity. I just see too many things out there that's so much. It got so much slant. It's so slanted, and that's the thing that really kind of irks you a lot. Not kind of, but it irks the hell out of us when we read stuff and something happens in Jackson. And somehow, some way, they always have to associate the campus with something that didn't happen on the campus. Like somebody, if someone loses their life or gets killed, they're like, hey, shooting happened from 3 blocks from Jackson State, and that's how it goes in the article. It's like, well, why the hell did you put Jackson State on that? There you go. There you go. He's from, and Big Law from Memphis. He's from up there. So I know and then Jerome just put it up there. Graduated from University of Memphis. There you go. There you go. Oh, Brother Seeley, you the perfect person for this. As a subpar writer, journalist, the only way JT Keith can get a job is by being declared. That's exactly right. And it sucks, man. Like I told you, he's the same writer that actually said that Javancy was from Louisville, Texas. I'm like, how do you get Javancy Jones, that played at Jackson State, who's from Neshoba County, who is coaching as a defensive coordinator at Louisville, Mississippi, who won back-to-back championships? Somehow you put that together and you make him part of Louisville, the Louisville farmer crew that came over as freshman and the sophomore Quay Davis. So it's crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy to me. So, but anywho, let's move right along. So when you get into this article, he says, this is from HBCU Premier's page. He kind of took a little bit of, I'm not going to dissect the article. I do have the clips. Brother Raymond sent it to me in my email, but I didn't break it down like I really wanted to, because, like I said, if you guys want to come up, the link is open. So if you got something you want to add to it, or you got any questions about it, feel free, because I do have some stuff I do want to mention. Said if the payouts that JSU received and said were true, then we should have been out of years ago. Absolutely. It's absolutely correct, Justin. So here's the thing. Dion comes in, and Dion was like, this is a bad deal, Now, people say, well, didn't we just re-sign the deal? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, here's kind of what in I guess in A.D. Robinson's defense. If y'all remember, when A.D. Robinson took over at Jackson State, our football program wasn't very good at all. You know what I mean? And hey, Jerome, what's up, brother? And I'll let you jump in as soon as I get done. It wasn't very good. So, you have a 30+ year traditional classic that is you kind of grandfathered in. It's kind of what you do. So you really didn't have a lot of cachet to pull out. Even though our brand was still strong, it wasn't what it was when we partnered with Deion Sanders. It just took off, right? So now you have leverage. You have the ability to say, you know what? The price of the brick went up. And this place is no more, because if you guys remember, what was supposed to happen was we were supposed to go to Birmingham and play in the SWAC Classic for 2 straight years with Southern in Birmingham, which is going to yield us about 500,000. We would have cleared at least 500,000 after expenses, but the SWAC got scared because of the lawsuit threat. So I'm gonna share something with you guys, and then I'll move forward. So as he reported, Jackson State has paid $800,000 to settle a lawsuit filed by Summit Management Corporation in 2022 after the school pulled out of the final 2 years of its contract to play in the Southern Heritage Classic football game, per JT Keefe. So everybody's taking this, oh, y'all got screwed. Y'all screwed yourself. You played yourself. Deion should pay the fee. Well, I'll have you know, because when you actually have the truth, the facts, as it was stated here, by the president who was actually in charge of the university at the time that this took place, and I quote, said these folks have no clue about the details of the settlement or the fact that it wasn't paid by JSU at all. Oops. But through a lawsuit risk pool maintained by our system that was overfunded due to COVID and other factors. This was money the system had to use it or lose it. The only regret, as he stated, that he had was that we was not able to get that game in Birmingham. So for those who swear up and down that Jackson State went in the hole because of this settlement, Jackson State had a surplus of some funds related to our system due to COVID, where we either had to use them funds or we was going to lose them funds. So guess what we did? We took those funds and paid the buyout. Jackson State, it didn't come out of our pocket like that. It wasn't paid by JSU. JSU for the win. From D. Jerome, what's up, brother?
I love how you be coming in here just dropping receipts and truth bombs.
I don't listen. When you do the work and you're trustworthy, people will tell you what they need to. I ask the right questions, and I'm just telling you. So for everybody that's out there in fucking HBCU world, they're talking about JSU played themselves. JSU ain't played shit. We played you, motherfuckers.
See, that's what happens when you come from a research institution. Ken is a prime example of a research. That's what I'm talking about.
We played y'all. We ain't played nobody. We hey, take your 800. We look, it was 800. It's like this, Jerome. It's like you say, it's like you cut, you know what I'm saying? It's like having a company backing you.
Yep.
And you say it's like insurance. You think I give a damn if you know what I'm saying? That's why if I send my daughter out there in this car and she hit your car, I don't have to pay that money out of my pocket.
Right.
I can go over here and let them pay that. It ain't gonna affect me like that. You may say, well, your rate go the hell with all that. My point is, just saying, technically it was 1.8. We settled at 800 and we still wind up taking some slush funds. It's like say,
and you know, Ken, that was my next point, because I read an article where they initially sued us for like 1.8 million, which I felt like that was very disrespectful, considering we were only getting paid like 300,000 annually or 350.
Yep.
But the fact that it was 1.8 million, it shows that at least he knew our worth.
Of course he did. And he was playing on our supposed ignorance. So even though we weren't very good, our value was high. We just we didn't. We just kind of stayed grandfather in. And you can say, "Oh, y'all were doing bad business." Well, I'm sorry. When you get an AD that walks in the door in 2018-ish and really starting to establish himself, you can't that AD can't go and say we're leaving Memphis when you got it's a 30+ year traditional history, classic.
Yeah.
They would have tried to have Ashley Robinson's head on a stake, man. Everybody knows that. What are you doing, AD Robinson? What do you mean we ain't going to Memphis no more? What you mean? But guess what? You get a prime in there, you let them do okay, all right, cool. Boom, shakalaka. There you go. All right, go ahead.
And you know what, man? I'm so thankful that Hudson and Ashley and Prime that they actually dropped the receipts, during that time to show the JSU fan base and the HBCU community exactly how much we were getting paid. It's cool to be in these classics for a number of years where a tradition is founded and alums from across the nation love to come and party. But at the end of the day, man, we got to take care of Jackson State. We got to take care of our actual school. And if the school is walking away from one of these games where we're just breaking even or we're actually in the hole, that's bad for business. I don't care how much fun we're having in the area. I don't care how much of a tradition it is.
Thanks.
We got to take care of the student athletes and the band members and the cheerleaders, et cetera. So
it's good for Memphis.
Right.
I understand recruiting Memphis. I understand the alums, the Memphis chapter, all that good stuff, man. Memphis is a great town. But at the end of the day, last time I checked, Jackson State is in Jackson, Mississippi, not in Memphis, Tennessee. Now, someone asked a question about playing a home and home. It's still not lucrative for us because we hold all the cards. Tennessee State doesn't have a fan base that travels. They don't even come to home games. It's no disrespect to Tennessee State, but it's lopsided. Yep. We can do a home and home with no schedule with Southern or FAMU or one of these other schools that now FAMU has to prove it come this season how well they travel, which I feel like they will somewhat, but we know what Southern will do. You know what I mean? We know how they get down. So when it comes to playing us, so it's not necessarily the same thing. That's why people want us coming, because they know. You look at Bethune-Cookman. Bethune-Cookman was very strategic in doing what they did. They saw what Alabama State did. And like as we were told, Alabama State didn't really do that for that purpose. It was, let them tell it, they said that it was more so just kind of fell on those dates. Right. That's what it did. It is what it is because they have to, I think they have to, they said they have to align their homecoming with the Magic City Classic, which is totally understandable. Now, with that being said, you get Jack State for your homecoming, it's a win-win, They had the Daytona 500 today. Imagine what Daytona is going to be like when Jack State come for homecoming. Come on, man. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a hell of a money day. Matter of fact, it's going to be so lucrative that the JSU vendors are going to eat.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So that's my point. So, but I just love this because this is what this told me, Jerome. I didn't ask for this. Actually reached out to me and he wanted to share that with me. And he was just like, because I guess he saw the commentary I had out there, and I was shooting my bullets, man. I was shooting when I shot, based off my opinions and how I felt. I always wanted to get out of that damn classic because I got sick of being stuck with the second week of Memphis. Second week of the schedule, we always had to sell ourselves short. Right. People don't understand the long game that comes with not being stuck with that classic every single year, like a mandate in the beginning of the season. So we will yield more fruit in the future because we will have more home games. And there's also a game that we have locked in on for the next 3 years, but I won't touch that. It's just something that's already there. So he's doing some great work, and it'll be very beneficial for the city of Jackson. I know that. I know that will be good for us. So he's doing the work. But listen, this that I'm talking about, that I won't say anything until it's out there. We'll talk about it. But what I will say is this: that don't happen, Jerome, if we still in Tennessee.
Right.
You don't have that opportunity to do that. You don't have a Lane coming to Jackson in week 2, first home game, first home game is week 2 of the season. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we would have went to ULM and then would have went straight to down Memphis.
Wow.
Everybody know that. Now I understood why it was 300, but then it was like you start off giving us 300, and it's like that used to be a turnaround game. We go get the bag, we play, we come back. But no. Now you want Frankie Beverly and Mays out there. You want the career workshops. You want the schools there. You want the parade. You want all this press run, and the bag ain't changing. And hopefully we use it for negotiations going forward. So we got to get our money though, man. If we're gonna go play games, you know what I mean?
I'm definitely with you, man. But kind of going back. Even before our AD arrived, just talking to some Tennessee State folks around 2014, 15, 16, they admitted to me, here in Charlotte, like, you guys are carrying that game. And I didn't really see what they were talking about until I looked at the footage. And you see like a lot of empty seats on TSU side. And then they were talking about when you go outside to the tailgate, it's like all Jackson State, it's all Mississippi. So even prior to Prime, I feel as though the value of Jackson State was well above 300,000. And, of course, during that era of Prime, and now that the Boom went to the Super Bowl, the price for having JSU clearly has risen.
It's very hard now.
So just looking at other, every year Hero Sports, they come out with like a list of FCS versus FBS payouts. And, you look at the likes of North Carolina Central and Grambling and Alabama State and some others who've been able to.
FAMU. 750,000 from Miami this year.
Yeah. And like last year, I think it was North Carolina Central played UCLA and they got like 950,000.
Tennessee played Notre Dame for $1 million.
Yeah, for $1 million, So, and it's no disrespect to those.
It might be this year. Go ahead.
Well, no, it was last year.
It was last year. Okay.
But, no disrespect to those schools, but Jackson State's brand definitely is a lot bigger than those schools. And for us to, like you said, have been stuck in an event where we're only getting 300,000. And I know you said it was a turnaround game, but, still, it could have been 3 hours away. It could have been just around the corner from Lynch Street. The fact that Jackson State is carrying that event.
Can you act? That's your problem. Have a good night. Breach no contract. See, this is the thing y'all got to understand. JSU don't do business and contracts for the leisure and pleasure of fans like yourself and even me. You got to do business. Jackson State is in the business of taking care of Jackson State first. Now, how that lines up with what you consider to be good, bad, enjoyable, boring, ain't got a damn thing to do with what Jackson State do to take care of Jackson State. So call it what you want to call it. Breach of contract. I call it we ain't coming back. And I'm not for the conversation of y'all should have stayed in a bad contract and keep doing bad business because I had a good time. Man, love you, but have a good night. Go ahead, brother.
And sadly, I've seen a lot of that. But conversely, I've seen a lot of alums nationwide like, you know what? Yeah, we got to take care of J-State because traveling costs are annually increasing year over year. Funding is steadily decreasing for our schools. So we gotta play catch up and we gotta think ahead. So like you said, as opposed to being stuck in a game where, we're just essentially stuck, it frees up that weekend, second weekend in September or second week of the season where we can, kind of shop around and see what school is willing to pay us our worth. So kudos to Jackson State leadership, man.
Yep. That's exactly right. And like Justin said, before anything else, the objective is to make money for the university. That's how you do it. How can you finish the year in the black? I know that A.D. Robinson, his staff, and the athletic department, university, president on down, man. I mean, they're trying to finish in the black, man. This is a business before it's all. At the end of the day, it's still a business, man. School is business. University is big business. And I'll say this too, because my Jerome and I connected you with my cousin, and I was telling you about him, right? So He's in the process of he's gone through the interview process. They're probably going to offer him this week. Had a great time, right? I just had to tell you what he said, and this is hey, y'all take it how y'all want to take it. Edwin, close your ears, bro. He was like, people who think that, like, literally, he's from Louisiana, lives down in Baton Rouge, and he was like, bro, I work for 2 HBCUs, 2 PWIs. He said the level of technology and the amount of money and resources that Jackson State has is on par with the PWI institutions that I work for. He was like, I don't want anybody to say that Jackson State and Southern is just alike. He said Jackson State is miles ahead of Southern in that area. Not even close. He was talking about, they call it a lab. They got a closet with a couple of old computers, about 10 years outdated in there. You call it a science lab, whatever the case may be. But he was just like, when he went to the medical the campus, right? He went to the health science department and they showed him around. He was just like, the technology and the resources and the amount of research dollars that we've brought in, he spent some time with Newkirk, right? Because that's what he was dealing with, and he was just blown away because he said it wasn't what he thought. Because, when you listen to people give you their own perception of Jackson. They'll give you their own perception of Jackson, Mississippi, Jackson State, and they'll start formulating these ideas based off of that. Nah, you got to see it for yourself, man. And that made me feel good because I was like, that's what I'm talking about. So at the end of the day, one thing I have to say that I'm proud of when it comes to JSU, Jack State is way bigger than just athletics, man. It's way bigger than when you talk about that R2 status, institute status, man. Listen, that's a whole different level. And we're definitely looking to get into the ins and outs of what's there and what's available and what stories and what we can share so people can fully understand just what we really look like and not just the perception that people have because of some idol worship they had from afar. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
yeah, man. I
got a couple questions for you, Ken. So, number one, when you connect with, I guess when you have that interview with Dr. Little, can you ask him? Because looking at the fundraiser website, I know there's like a title sponsorship package, and I think it's $100,000, and it comes with like a lot of different perks. So I definitely plan to reach out to my company to be a title sponsor, but can you ask him if he would like other alums, around the nation to reach out to their companies to be a title sponsor? And number two, would you be able to find out what we can, because, what we were just talking about, possible games in the future, et cetera. What can we do as alums nationwide, like in different cities, to maybe reach out to some of our connections with some of the local universities? It could be like a UNC Charlotte. It could be University of Maryland. It could be, UCLA. Like, do you think the university is open to maybe getting a game in some of those places if the money is right?
Hey, all we can do is ask. I know that much. So far I've only asked how much. You know what I mean?
Right.
I get to the bottom line on some stuff real quick, man. And those are some phenomenal questions, by the way, that I wouldn't dare try to answer on his behalf. I just think it's easier to just ask him. And I don't see him not being able to answer that. That would be pretty cool, actually.
Okay.
Somebody said the University of Memphis Bureau of Sports and Leisure Command estimated that the total impact of Saturday's weekend is 20+ million. With that said, both schools should have gotten. And I understand what one of the, and I'll come back to that because one of the brother Dre, who'll be on Twitter all the time, he made a great point. He said what should have happened was you could have had both Jack State and Tennessee State come together to kind of work that out on their own, handle that in-house, but it didn't happen. So it is what it is. But no, I will definitely ask. I mean, when we have him on, we definitely listen. I'm gonna practically beg everybody to come up and ask any question, because there will be a moment where we will have about a 10 to 15 minute segment where folks can come up and ask their questions and let him answer that as well. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We have that. So and then we'll take some notes from it, and we'll go from that. We'll put it out there, in whatever way that we can, to make sure everybody know what is out there, what's needed, and what's available to them. I was trying to find that clip from the university too, man, because it was something pertaining to Jackson State. Jackson State is the #1 institution in the world for minority doctrinal.
So we're number 3. We've been number 3 probably for the last decade, behind I think it's Walden University is #1, Howard's #2, and then we're
but what was it was something that I think it was said we was #1 in. I'm trying to find it. I don't want to misquote that. I should have grabbed it. I didn't grab it, but I'll touch that before I go. I saw the president push that out today. Man, what's the president's first name, man? I'm sorry.
Marcus
Thompson. I'm sorry. Man, forgive me, prayer.
I think it said we're the #1 public institution in the nation. Yeah,
that's the word I was looking for. Public, the #1 public institution for minority doctrinal.
And hey, that's very important. That's a very important metric when you're striving for R1 status.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is, man. And that's pretty freaking awesome. Man, I must not be following. Anyway, but brother, I appreciate that, man. Hold on just a second. There's your president. What the hell to do with that? Anywho, I'll leave that alone right now. I ain't gonna keep messing with that. But yeah, man, the president is doing. Yeah, he starts his Mississippi tour. I want to say this week. It's gonna hit up a lot of southern cities, Hattiesburg, Columbia, those type areas. He's going down into the state this week, I think. So yeah, man. But no, I definitely wanted to make sure I had that out there. I know I started late. Again, shout out to the whole crew. We're gonna be on Wednesday. We're gonna be talking to Miss Ruthie, the legendary Ruthie, man, and we're gonna have a great interview with her. Y'all go ahead and keep on coming with it. Now, listen, if you watch the show after the live is over and you want to donate to what we're trying to do, go ahead and do that. We got a goal to hit, man, and we are. Let me see where we at, man. Did we get halfway there? Yeah, we working on it though. Appreciate everybody, man. And like I said,
hey, I'm gonna go ahead and send my Cash App right now. I'm a hop off so I can send it. Hey, but great show, man. I appreciate you.
Man, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Who else out there before we get ready to close this thing down? I had a whole hour and a half to talk to myself. Appreciate Brother Jerome for coming up there, the president interview with Dr. Little. Oh, that's what's up. That's good stuff. I'm just saying we both got screwed. What we both got screwed on. Yeah, we got screwed on the payouts. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. We weren't getting paid like we could have. He was the one pocketing all the money. That's why he went and sued what he did. Anytime you, like Brother Jerome just said, if you're gonna come back and ask for 1.8 million, that means that your pockets are gonna be hurt by us not coming in. It's like, man, look, man. How dare you wake up and stop letting me pimp you? How dare you do that? Shout out to the university for putting us in a better light and doing what was best for us. At the end of the day, we really don't give a damn. I mean, we ain't gonna keep talking about no Southern Heritage Classic. They ain't not classic no more. We gone. And we ain't gotta be disrespectful to Memphis. Shout out to Memphis 10. But they ain't our lane. They still got Tennessee State. If Tennessee State is flagship and they OVC, whatever, they got them. They can do what they do. And shout out to Tennessee State and you in Arkansas Pine Bluff. I'm pretty sure that was a hit, But yeah, FTP, that's right, Paris. Help them people. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody for all of the support. Still got 375 on there, man. We ain't even halfway there. So go ahead and, like, again, for the initiative, what we're doing is we're actually partnering with JSU Media's team. Y'all know that's Austin and his team for some housing for extended stay. What we don't want is for them to have to go down and turn around and come right back up, because we ain't gonna be able to get done what we need to get done. So it's just like, look, man, we'll just have to partner. We'll have to just do an initiative and just see if we can just put it out there and do what we need to do to make that happen. So I don't mind jumping on the front line of that. So it's not just if you feel like you're giving the key in, I'm just telling y'all what that's for. We're gonna be, and when you see us down there, you'll understand it. You appreciate why we're doing it, and why we chose to do it this route. So I won't stay on all night, but if you do watch this tomorrow on Tuesday and it's not live, hit the Cash App and go ahead and support us. We'll be heading down on Thursday. We'll put it back up on Wednesday. We'll drop that again for those that didn't or may like to add to that, and we'll go from there. Oh, whoa. We got over here, Brother Trent and his internet. What you got, brother? How you doing?
Okay, I'm running behind. Just a second.
You still ain't got your Wi-Fi connected, right, man? You gotta get you some fiber optic.
Believe it or not, I had the cable guy over here, and Lord willing, we got everything straightened out today.
Hey, you rocking today. No lagging right now.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Just got off the plane, man, and came to do the show, man. Just wanted to, stay dedicated to the cause, man. Sorry for starting late today, but sometimes it had to happen, man. I knew I'd be dolo tonight because I knew Zoe wasn't gonna be on, and I knew TD probably was out at the game. So everybody will be on Wednesday though.
Well, that's all well and good. I know you're more than capable of holding it down by yourself.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is how we started. This is how we came out the gates, man. It's all good.
Look, I just want to hit a couple of points, and then I'm going to pull off, point number one. It was great seeing you Saturday at the FAMU game. Really enjoyed, spending a few minutes and getting to meet the great Ruthie Bolton.
Oh, yeah.
Who I've always admired from afar. Always, have a special admiration for our Mississippi people who have gone on to do well in whatever field that they have excelled in, and she is no exception. And just a genuine down-to-earth person. Really loved the few minutes that I had spent with her. Mm-hmm. So, that would be one. And, people don't realize, there actually was a women's dream team.
Yep.
In the very beginning, and she was one of the original members of the women's Olympic dream team. So what this platform is going to do on Wednesday is important for that reason, because we will be bringing her up. And I say we like I have some ownership in this.
Oh, you do, man. You're part of this thing. We're all in this thing.
But, but what's going to happen on Wednesday will be historic for that reason and for no other. So really enjoyed that. Enjoyed seeing you. Enjoyed just everything, believe it or not. Brother Psychedelic Literature himself and I were sitting together at the game. Yeah. And, just kind of chopping it up. And people don't know that, he and I go back to like the mid to late 80s. So we've known each other that long. And then, Brother Mosley, who of course came and, analyzed baseball for us, that's my homeboy. I know his entire family. I didn't know him even while he was playing baseball at Jackson State. Wow. But his entire family, and particularly the ones that are my age, we rode the same school bus, the whole nine. So that's how small the world is.
Yeah, it is.
So, but, the last thing I'm going to hit, and then I'm going to let you have it. It is really good when you as a platform grow and you have the people, who you have access to the people who have the receipts. And absolutely. I'm going to say this, shout out to President Hudson. for what they've done, and everything that Coach Prime or Dion did while he was here was not negative. I know a lot of people have a lot of hard feelings.
Right.
I have my own, feelings about the way that this thing ended in particular.
Right.
I have my own feelings about that, but the fact of the matter is that man's a very sharp businessman, and as you pointed out earlier, he knew a bad deal when he saw that deal, and he was just like, look, why are we playing this game? Now, for the future of the game, if I were Fred Jones, if it were me, what I might propose would be a partnership with Jackson State. Because as anybody who's in business knows, some money is better than no money. And if he continues on his current path without Jackson State, he will soon be at no money. And if he knows what the draw is for Jackson State, because, the young lady that you chastised a few minutes ago had a little bit of a point. The fans loved it.
Absolutely, fans loved it.
But we can't be in business just because the fans love it, because that don't put no money in Jackson State's pocket. But the fact of the matter is, if I were Fred Jones, I would come to Jackson State because Jackson State does have leverage, and he can't immediately point to a school that can step in and do what Jackson State has been doing for 30 years. See, I was in school when the Southern Heritage Classic started. Matter of fact, I was on Student Government Association the last year that we actually traveled to Nashville to play Tennessee State.
Mm-hmm.
But fact of the matter, if it were me and I were Fred Jones, I would make a proposal to Jackson State to bring Jackson State back as a partner and not as a participant. That being said, brother, I'm going to yield the floor back because, I'm not trying to hold it all night, and I do have stuff to do tomorrow morning.
Oh, you good, man. No, that's a good point. I don't think he would, though, because I think he's a prideful business owner, and he probably didn't like the fact that he, the way we bowed out on it. But it is what it is. We wish him the best with what he got going on up there.
Pride and broke go hand in hand a lot.
It do. It do. I mean, I know he took a hit for it. I mean, even if you take the surplus of the money from whatever that we, that was paid on our behalf through those funds, okay, cool. You still got to look at trajectory.
And I'm gonna say this too, Ken. Since you brought it out on this platform, I wonder how quickly all these naysayers, the off keys and those others who are so quick to be naysayers as it regards Jackson State, how quick they will actually pick up on, this actually didn't cost Jackson State a dime. It was use it or lose it money, and Jackson State used one-time money to pay to settle this lawsuit at less than half of what was sued for. And as an attorney, I can tell to use the sister's words, we breached the contract, but we had good reason to breach the contract. But the fact of the matter is, when settlement time came, they got less than half of what the original ask was.
See, this is one thing I want to throw in there, though, Trent. People got to understand that coaches breach contracts all the time.
All the time.
There's
every time they take a new job.
And there are companies in other universities that would pay the buyout. They'd be like, I don't know, that ain't nothing. We want you. Come on over here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? They got companies that'll breach contracts themselves. Universities, they'll say, you know what, we don't want you no more. We'll buy you out. Fuck that. We're done. We gotta go get somebody.
Just go ahead. NFL does it all the time.
You're bad for business. So
we'll pay you not to coach.
We're not gonna wait until the damn contract expires till we can make a move. No, nobody's bound by anything. And for those that are out there acting like because we made a move, okay, if you say, well, y'all give Dion credit. Okay, cool. We'll give him credit for it. Well, y'all shouldn't have signed the deal. Okay, we signed the deal, and now we ain't got it no more. So whatever you come up with, it's like, okay. So, you know, the whole notion, all the momentum of this is just something to grab Jackson State to try to, you know, throw mud in our face because they're like, oh, y'all got to pay 800, you know, and it's like, man, y'all got stuck, Dion left y'all, and it's like, y'all don't even know the real truth. And I don't usually do that often, you know what I mean? I don't usually come and be like, all right, let me give you some juicy tea, you know? But I try not to get into that lane. But the reality of what we just talking about was that's just, you didn't do your homework, bro. Because what the Clarion Ledger really could do, the Clarion Ledger could be a partner for JSU and say, hey, let me go do some real research. Okay, we talked to Fred and okay, they settled for this right here, but hey, it didn't cost Jackson State a whole lot of money. Now Jackson State look like good business operators, you know what I'm saying, in the public eye, right, as opposed to getting sucker punched and getting paid. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, you know, it is what it is.
Well, the Clarion Ledger knows who their readership is, and by and large, it is not people who have Jackson State's best interest at heart. You know, that has always been the Clarion Ledger's readership. You know, not to get off on too big of a tangent, but you know, when I was a student at Jackson State, and shout out to you, you posted, you know, my college roommate is minister in Charlotte, and you posted his HBCU Sunday on your page a bit earlier. But the fact of the matter is, we literally took over the administration tower our senior year. Mm-hmm. We held a strike, and we went into with the students, went into the administration tower and shut it down, made sure that there was no business that was going to be conducted in that tower. And we were able to force the college board to have a meeting with us so that, you know, they could explain themselves and so that they could address a lot of the concerns that we were having. This, of course, was on the heels of Dr. Hefner's forced departure where he left Jackson State to take the presidency of Tennessee State, which he originally had no plans of doing. And so when the IHL forced him out, Tennessee State said we would be more than happy to have you. But you know, said all that to say, we were actually able to, as students, force that kind of action. And the Clarion Ledger got the story wrong 33 years ago. Excuse me. That was the spring of 91. God dang. The Clarion Ledger got the story wrong, intentionally misled the public. So this is nothing new. This has been going on. This has been going on for, you know, probably the entirety of my lifetime, probably well in excess of my lifetime. Mm-hmm. So, you know, anything Clarion Ledger has to say, I read it with a discerning eye. I'm not going to say I don't read the Clarion Ledger or read articles. I read it with a discerning eye.
Right. Totally. Spot on. I mean, you called it, hit the nail on the head. I mean, it's there for what it's there for, but you know, we don't always call them out on it.
You got to. You got to. You know, we've gone a long time not calling out trash for what it is, and we have enough. We have enough gravitas now. You know, platforms like this one. And you know what Timona is doing, what some other people are doing, you know what First is doing, to call out trash for trash. You know, call it what it is.
Boy, Bob said it sounds like JSU is a free slave. Not following you on that one. Said sounds familiar, painted face on it. I don't know what you talking about, but okay.
Sometimes you just have to let it go.
No, I mean I could.
What's going on, Tempo?
Yeah, man, just trying to figure out exactly what that even means, but nevertheless, okay. But yeah, it's all good. Say white men paint their face. Okay, all right, I got you. I got you. Yeah, but anywho, as we get ready to wind this thing down, I shut it down at the 2-hour mark, and I'm shocked that I was able to do it. I mean, I appreciate you for coming up and helping me get through this time frame.
You got more stamina than you knew you had.
Yeah, I mean, I got stamina to do what I'm charged to do for sure. I needed to get back. I purposely did not pack my my camera, and I had no intention on staying gone the whole week. So I said, well, what I'll do is I'll go and do what I needed to do, get on back for a couple of days, and I'll get down there when I get down there. So probably pull out Wednesday and head back to Jackson, and then we'll drive down in the vehicle that a channel sponsor provided for us for the HBCU Legacy Bowl weekend. And Cannon Toyota, we appreciate them for the partnership.
I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to sign off because I know you're ready to sign off.
Yep.
Everybody, like, share, subscribe. There are always way more people watching than there are people who hit the like button, and there's no excuse for that.
Got to hit the like button, y'all. Got to hit the like button. Listen, join the channel.
Join the channel. I was coming to that part.
Yeah, come on. Become a bronze member. You ain't got to be no platinum member. We love to have you in the platinum chat. Now, we would. I get it. If you want to support in that level, become a bronze member. We love to have you, man, as a channel member, because it absolutely helps what we do. Just imagine this. See, this is what has happened, Trent. People got used to seeing us on the screen Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right?
Mm-hmm. And they think it's free.
They really think that it's so. What happens if we just say, you know what, y'all, we good, man. We run its course. We'll see y'all later. Peace. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, damn, what next? So what tends to happen is that you tend to start taking things for granted. I'm not saying that anybody's doing anything. It is a labor. It's a labor of love, and this thing got to hit, man. It's got to hit big. And if it don't, I got to go back to work. I'm trying to make this, you know what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm doing, not trying to do. You know what I'm doing. So, and it's not on the people. I mean, at the end of the day, it is, but then again, it is not. Still got to do the work. But the reality of it is that sometimes it's just a lot harder to get us to invest in us. You know what I mean? Really get behind us in that capacity. That's why I do it as a group. I don't do it by myself. I don't choose to do that. So we got some work to do. And we had a great – see, this is the other thing. We had a great 2023, and I think it's not a sprint. This is a marathon. You know what I mean? So we're going to continue to evolve, man. Now we're partnering with we got a great opportunity to partner with another alum. We had a big meeting coming up in April. There's going to be some great financial support for what we're doing, and I'm looking forward to that. So everybody that actually purchased shirts, the Earl Mulligan T-shirts, we actually pulled those, this week and get them over to the printer. So they should be mailing them out by next week. So everybody should get those by next week.
Okay.
But yeah, man, other than that, man, we just working, man. It's not, I actually hate doing this, but Rochelle used to get on me and be like, you know how she used to do. So when it came to this, just kind of through the conversation that I had, y'all know I can't always say every single thing that I said on the screen. Mm-hmm. Some stuff just, it just comes off the wrong way to some people, and I don't feel like defending that or fighting against that. So if I come and say we got an initiative, need to raise like 2 G's, and it ain't gonna be a lot of initiatives this year. Definitely join the NIL collaborative if you want to do that. It's all optional, baby.
I'm still working on this end, brother.
Oh yeah, we building, man. We still building. We got a hard date we trying to aim for. Yet at the same time, we're still building for 2025 too, because that's the reality of the next goal. You can't always be playing catch up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You're in the year and you're trying to do everything for that year because you don't have it. You still want to prepare for what's to come. So that's where the game will change for us.
I'm with you. And we just want people, like I said, not just to like, share, and subscribe, but just, let's also call it what it is too. in the past, we've raised $2,000 within an hour.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, it didn't take long. We did 4,000 in 18 minutes. But a lot of that, here's the other thing too. A lot of that was centered around coming off of that year. So everybody was motivated through fear and a lot of that stuff. But now that the stability seems to be, we're good now. So we don't really need all the other stuff. Is
we can't get complacent.
Yeah, and it does. And it's like we operate entirely too much out of uncomfortableness, fear, chasing your tail type stuff. And it's like, no, it's okay to be stable and still keep the pedal to the metal. You know what I mean? You don't have to switch it up just because you feel like things are going well and wait for a crisis, because we like crisis management. We don't like proactivity. A lot of people. And I understand it. I fully understand it. I fully get it.
I get it too, but I am also mindful that this platform told people that we're trying to raise $50,000 and didn't even say what it was for. Yep. And people gave blindly, and we met our goal ahead of the deadline that had been self-imposed. So I see no reason.
And every time they see them working on their weight room, they see them Jackson State plays, we had a hand in that, baby. We participated in that, man. It's forever there. The O-line shoot, man. Just practice helmets, ball bag, all the stuff that we've been able to just support. Not that the university couldn't have done it on their own, but I'm pretty sure they appreciate our efforts, and it's all love, man. So it's not a grievous thing. That's still amazing. And, I know it seemed like it was a long time ago, and people might not really still feel that way. But again, my point is this: you got 312 paying attention and watching. If you want to support us, hey, send us a donation, and we'll go from there. It might hit a little bit better if everybody was on, but that's what we're doing. We're definitely. Like I said, I had a conversation with Austin, and I told him I would, do my part, try to help in whatever way that we can to try to help them be there, win, and as long as they needed to be able to get everything that we're doing done. And that's what we're doing. And we're gonna put the work in, man. It's not a leisure trip. When we go down there, we working. Ask Blue and them fellas there, man. Them boys down there early, man. They down there gonna be at every practice. They're gonna be taking notes, and we doing interviews, and because see, they cover FCS, so that means every player is in their arena. Cover Jackson State, so we only got 5, and then we got some other stuff that may be ancillary, right? The boom is coming, so our work is a little bit more strategic, and you got to extract that, and all the other stuff is just, we have a member of Austin's media team that's actually working the game, and then you got, like I said, the boom, and they're working towards feeding them. We're working towards a dinner on Friday and all that good stuff, man. So we'll see what comes of it. Whatever we tally up to become, it is what it is. We'll make it do what it do.
Yeah, I just want to implore people that you got to realize what the purpose of this channel is. And the purpose of this channel is not to it is not to raise the profile of Ken Clark or raise the profile of Nook or
boy, you ought to see how much I fight against that shit, Trent. You know that.
I mean, and I get it, but the fact of the matter is the purpose of this channel, and like other people that focus on Jackson State, the purpose is that you're trying to get maximum exposure for these people that go and put on that uniform that says Jackson State and lay it on the line for Jackson State week in and week out. And Ken Clark is just a vessel for that.
Historically, those stories kind of fall by the wayside, and we depend on others. We'd be like, oh, somebody else was there. And we just watch their stuff and reshare that, which is cool, but somebody still invested time, energy, and money. I'll never forget those. I remember when Blue went to the HBCU Legacy Bowl, nobody really come. He kind of mentioned that. I remember when draft HBCU, Malik Obi and I think those brothers went to the Shrine Bowl. Nobody was there. Like, if we want the HBCU world and community to be respected, and we got to go hard for them, you know, because these other schools gonna have people there. You know what I mean?
Right.
When we when we did the NFLPA Collegiate Bowl, when Akil Glass was there, Alabama A&M had a photographer. It might have been somebody it was somebody from the university that was there capturing photos and doing what they do. And believe it or not, if you send one person, that's a flight, that's hotel, that's food. It is not. So what we do is we say, we ain't really got that, you know, or dang, is that really necessary? We'll just watch him on TV and we'll get whatever we can get. All that other stuff ain't really necessary. Well, I beg to differ.
Ken, there is no substitute for last year. You got that interview with Jackie Slater, who had not been to Jackson State in a long time, but as soon as he saw that you had that JSU on, he immediately recognized.
And there's no telling.
There's no substitute.
There's also no telling what's going to come from this week.
That's right.
I know. I'm trying to get there, and we're gonna grab some field interview stuff. We're gonna grab some stuff, man. We ain't trying to let. So I done already told the crew, look, we working, man. We'll let our hair down a little bit when the work's done, but we gotta go grind, man.
And people don't realize, like, even when the day is over, you got to go edit film.
And listen, this is it. This is, first of all, this is at your own leisure. You don't have to do this. This is all, we're going to put it out there, though. We're damn sure going to put it out there because, you know, everything, if I'm leading it, Trent, my goal is this. Man, I am not trying to make anybody go in their pocket to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if we can make it happen, we can.
That's right.
But like Blue said, all these events make the hotel travel so much more expensive depending on all the year. Listen, I'm able to navigate a little bit more fluid than some because I invested in a way to do it. So, you know, it just comes down to the time, energy, and effort. In order for me to do this, trust me, I'm locked in on this, man. I ain't got to reiterate that no more. I'm in it. And ain't no turning back for me. This is work now. I keep trying to tell you, this ain't no cute little thing. So if you see me doing this ain't, oh, you get to just, you flying out. No, motherfucker, I'm working. Stop saying I'm doing X, Y, Z. No, I'm at work. This is what I do now. You know what I mean? It ain't no, you know, that's what we do. Now, everybody else ain't to that point yet, but and they may not never get to that point, but this is what we do. This is the world has changed, man. You know, media is king now. And everybody is creating content and doing what they do. And it made me sick to my stomach. I couldn't get to that combine today. I was like, I won't miss next year. I tried, man. Blue, I tried, bro. I really did. I got the email and everything. I didn't get no reply. I was just like, it must not be meant for me to be there. It's okay. But boy, oh boy, I ain't gonna miss it next year. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Because the reality of it is that those that were there, Trent, man, you're building connections. You're getting your contacts up. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, I ain't even finna drop everything that we talking about doing. All the guests we talking about bringing on, man. We got some heavy hitters. Listen, I had a conversation with someone about, you know what I'm saying, it's one of the top agents for Clutch Sports, man. I'm talking about LeBron James, Rich Matt, coming on the show, talking to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get out there so the players can see this is what the next level look like. You know what I'm saying? You got Aubrey out there saying you need representation. You got, I'm serious. Like, this is a whole different world. And a lot of these guys don't really learn this shit until it's too late.
That's right.
So, man, why would I not go for it? Hey, man, look, this is what I do. This is what we talk about. I just need a little bit of your time. Pull up. I got my little thing. They scan the little thing. Look, we got a live show. We do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You know what I'm saying? Pull up on us. You know, bless the little folk. And we, you know, believe it or not, I'm a salesman, so I can sell that. You know what I mean? Like, look, this is what we're working towards. And we got national sponsors, man, that's this close to pulling the trigger.
Well,
connections with alum, the KC and all that good stuff, man. I'm just saying, like,
I'm gonna speak on faith. They're gonna pull the trigger. Some of them gonna pull the trigger.
It will. Listen, this summer gonna be crazy for us. I'm telling you, man. I'm just telling you. I'm telling y'all, like, it ain't. This is it's crazy because I can't say everything, but I'm just like, it's gonna get fun now. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Man, but it's been hard work. You know what I mean? It really has been. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I have had moments where I just been like, man, do I just pull the plug on this shit and just walk away? Like, what do you know what I mean? Like, what we gonna do? But now my heart is in it. You know what I mean? And it's a passion, because you can do all this stuff, man, and still not be appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Still be taken for granted from those that should appreciate you. And I'm because I don't really want to be celebrated, you kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. I struggle with that. I don't want to be celebrated. But then if you start pushing that too much, Trent, they'll just sweep you into the damn corner and put a flower bed and put a plant in front of you. And now it's like, well, damn, that don't mean dismiss every motherfucking thing we done did and do now. Like, you, like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a balance to it.
I know when you're right. I know when you are right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah. Oh, look, bro. You know, you preaching to the choir, believe it or not. Just, you know, I'm just kind of in a different field, but you preaching to the choir.
I'm just telling you, bro. You know how it go. So every now and again, we need to have a show like this where it's just me rocking and flushing and uninterrupted, and we'll have a crew back on. But don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Sometimes you gotta shuffle the cards up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And start over. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So you always work more. You always work 3 times more when you work for yourself. Man, let me tell you something, Blue. Every single freaking day. I just had this conversation on either Sunday. It had to be Sunday. Saturday. Was it yesterday? It was Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. I had this conversation before I came to the game, Trent.
Mm-hmm.
Before I came to the game, bro, I was like, I'm talking to, someone. I'm like, folks, you have to understand. This is the shit that irks me. When you have people that little, it's like you're dismissive of what this person does. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In a little way, like, oh, I see you got your little, man, don't ever say that.
It's always your little this.
I'm gonna get away from you because you don't want to deal with me. Trust me, you don't want that dog to come out now. I'm gonna just get away from you because I'm like, nah, bro, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I had to check somebody and say, look, whatever you thought I did, you don't know that. You ain't never seen me do that. You just know that that's what I did because that's what I told you. You ain't never seen me in action. So don't make that now. You know what I'm saying? Because what you want to do is you want to dismiss this and act like I'm just chilling. I'm just having a good time. I'm just flying all over the country and doing all this. He everywhere. He just, man, this shit is, I am exhausted. Folks, Trent, do you know that I had 2 hours of sleep when you saw me at that game set? That's why I didn't come to the women's game. Try to get a nap in. I took a red eye. I mean, that motherfucker looking like a zombie. But drink a Red Bull. I'm in that thing. I'm for real.
And people don't know how the Red Bulls and 5-hour energies will take you, bro.
Man, listen, bro. It was like, damn, this shit is a grind, bro. It's a grind. I know how they grind. See, yeah. I didn't appreciate what these fellas did, man, until I got in the game with it. You see what I'm saying?
Look, I'm reading Blue's comment right now. And I'm gonna tell you, I've been self-employed. This is actually my second stint at self-employment.
Yeah.
My first stint, literally, there were days where I would pick the phone up to make sure there was a dial tone because I was like, clearly, this thing cannot possibly be on because it ain't ringing. So,
Man,
like I had to go pick up and go do something else.
Bro, the worst thing ever is to try to build something on the hands of somebody else being interested in it.
Right.
That means that, look, the engagement is down. Everybody sit down. It ain't football season. We get it. So it goes down. You know what I mean? Whatever you thought you was doing, it's down. The interest, it ain't hitting the same. It ain't hitting the same.
Yeah, if this was the week we were playing Southern, you'd have like 1,200 people on here,
or some. That's why companies and podcasters and that's why they that's why they delve in the muck and the mire, because that shit is profitable.
It gets clicks.
That's why they talking about the Kardashians and Kanye and Russell Wilson and Future and all that other stuff.
Right. And CJ Stroud and Amber Rose.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's lucrative, because we live in a world that's, if something bad happens, we'll have 600 people in there, mother. You ain't got to worry about that. That's gonna be one of them 5,000 people. I get it, but it's like, this is a niche channel, though. We're not deviating from what we do. We stand.
Call it fair, Ken. They saw both your coordinators leave within a few days of each other, and they were, preying on your downfall even then. So I'm shocked that you didn't have elevated engagement, but like you said, it's not actually football season.
It popped
but
up.
there are people preying on your downfall just because they saw that.
Well, it went up a little bit. That is interesting. They lost the OC. Damn, they lost it. No, but there's a plan in place. I'm just not the person to give that info. And then too, this is the other thing, Trent, and I say this and I'm pretty much done with it. We don't break news. You know what I'm saying? It's not, we try to avoid gossip and hearsay and all of that. We really just try to stay. Trust me, when you weed that stuff out, you eliminate a lot of engagement anyway. But I just refuse to build anything organically based off of that type of crowd. I don't really want that, because I don't want to be involved in that.
When all these rumors that you start engaging in don't pan out, then what kind of credibility do you actually have? You dependent on people to forget how many times you've been wrong.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I always do is that I believe in just doing the work, being consistent, and just watch the fruit take care of itself. And you continue to be consistent and just continue to do what you got to do. It'll take care of itself. I do know that. I do know that, because there's levels to it. There's different levels to it, because now if you get a consistent, you can have 3,000 people that watch what you do consistently. If I got consistent 3, I can take that to somebody and say, hey, listen, every week I got about 10,000 people watching what I do. You follow what I'm saying? Every week.
Yes.
So if I got 10,000 watching me every week, come on now. What do you think? I got, you know what I'm saying, with that 52,000? No.
And in particular in this market,
I got 500,000 views a year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like, no, that's not 123 million on Super Bowl, but you got to think about it. Look at how much money Kanye West spent. I want to say a certain amount of dollars he spent on a 30-second ad. And the way he broke them numbers down was just absolutely amazing. He spent it was a short 30-second ad, and it's got a multiplier in it because of the effect of how he was able to garner a certain amount of engagement on the website, on his platform, on his website. Mm-hmm. So the beauty of it is not only did he sell that, but he also, you got people's addresses now, you got their email address, you got their cell phone number. So now you can, and then everything was the same price, Trent. This dude is, he go off the deep end, but think about this. Everything that he was selling, all them weird clothes and shit, they was all the same price. So what that tells you is this: if I have everything in my inventory the same price, my customers are now telling me what's hot. So I can weed out everything else and focus on this and put more emphasis on that. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I can market to these people, and boom, I'm gonna make that money that I spent at the Super Bowl back so fast. It ain't even funny. All because of viewership. because people are tuned in, hey man, it is what it is. When we rolled out the pre-order, we did about 20. I think we had like 21 T-shirts we sold with the Irv. So he's actually going to get paid off 21 shirts being sold. You know what I mean? So, which is dope for him, because that's using his name, image, and likeness to do what it is we're trying to do, and we want to grow that. So,
and when Irv is a top running back next year in the NFL, those T-shirts are going to be collector's items.
Yeah.
So if I were you all who bought those T-shirts, I wouldn't run them through the washing machine too many times.
Well, we're gonna have some more. We'll have some set up for the fundraiser event, April the 13th. We'll have each shirt out there, and I'm also adding. We got kid sizes that we got coming through as well. So, there you go, boy. Bye. He didn't spend anything to design. You know. So yeah, it's work that you put into it. I'm not on a soapbox. It's just sometimes you just have to add perspective, and because we're also battling against the things that ail us in our own community. You know what I mean? Especially when you're dealing with someone that look like you. It's a real thing, you know. But it's not a soapbox. I'm not gonna guilt anybody into anything. It's not that. It's just you just basically are speaking to the data and the facts of that. You know what I mean? So there's ways.
We know their ice always colder.
Yeah, it do. Yeah, it do. So maybe one day, if those that continue to watch will subscribe, and eventually they may join. You know what I mean? And say, hey, you know what? This little bronze package, what, $3 a month? Hey, I can support the channel $3 a month. I may do 10 this month. You know, whatever it takes. But it's the reality of it is, we just getting started, because I can tell y'all right now, camp starts in 2 weeks, and your boy gonna be.
I'm with you, brother. I said I was gonna get off here 20 minutes ago, but I really
went over. We done. I'm done for sure now. I'm definitely. I wanted to get off at the 2-hour mark, and then we just kind of went over, but. Yeah. I appreciate you, bro. For real. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the push. You know what I'm saying? The extra push. I think we might be. Let me see where we at, y'all, before we get out of here. I think everybody. We halfway there, y'all. Thank you. We halfway there, man. So I'm appreciative of that. We a whole grand away. So if you want to, if you haven't had a chance to donate, that's 10. That's 100 folks. $10 in the pot. It's 280 looking. If 100 people all send $10, and you do 15, because you know ain't but 12 gonna send it anyway. So
hey, I'm gonna make a pitch to my fellow platinum members. All we need is $50 from 20 people. Fellow platinum members, $50 from 20 people.
And again, I'll tell everybody in the chat exactly what we're doing. Matter of fact, I'll tell them exactly what we're doing. And I think that's the other thing. When you say that, I was advised not to be too specific in relation to that, because I just don't want to fight a battle that I don't want to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
I'll leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone.
Again, the bigger picture is making sure that our athletes, they go out and put that blue and white on every time there's a game, that they have maximum exposure as they try to get to the next level. And this is the vehicle that is trying to get them that maximum exposure. I can't make it plainer than that.
I'll say this and I'll be out of here. It's going to be the players, man. The players that represent their university. And if they are able to get into a professional arena or a professional career, those will be the players that will come back and reinvest in that program.
Amen to that.
And not saying that others won't, because they, most athletes go professional in other endeavors that's not the sport that they play. But I'm just talking about when you're talking about NILs and booster clubs and collectives and all that type stuff. Just imagine if you get John Huggins was to, like, look at what we did, like they did for John and the crew today. You know, you pull up in New Orleans, you you represent the university, alumni chapter, you know, pull up on you and give you some goodies, and then the whole media team come out there, you're sitting down doing, man, that's next level stuff, man. These folk won't, these kids, they don't feel like, man, my season is over, and it's just like, all right, we done. All right, appreciate you, homie. Good luck to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality of it. Like, my goal is to next year for us to take a trip to New England to sit down with Zay. Hopefully Zay will be back on the field, and we want to go sit down with James again, because James, you know, both dealt with injuries.
Right.
So,
and hopefully Aubrey will be someplace, because it's a travesty that brother is not. First of all, it's travesty he's not in the NFL, because he has the motor. But you know what's going on with the USFL, XFL, or what have you right now, that there's no excuse for it.
Well, what happens, the thing that I think about those leagues that I don't like is I don't want to watch a game, Trent, of players that were bad NFL players.
Mm-hmm.
If you sucked in the NFL, okay, you can make a UFL roster, but you're still not going to ever get to the league again because you suck. Not saying you won't,
and they've already seen you.
But the players that we've seen kind of get contracts, not saying that some older players haven't, we've seen a lot of young talent get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like Turpin with the Cowboys, and he was like the return. But I'm just saying, I would love to see the young guys, man. I want to see the UFL embrace more of the college kids that just got out of college. You know what I'm saying? Might have looking for that opportunity, man, to get to the next level, kind of like a G League approach, you know?
Yeah, needs to be developmental as opposed to a last stop for guys who actually been in the NFL and weren't cutting it.
Right. Man, that's what I'm saying. So that's the biggest thing, is just like, man, bro. But I hopefully Aubrey will. And I hope if he don't get in there, Aubrey needs to take the Javance Jones route. I'm going to just put that out there. Because Javance was in the same situation, man. He had a great career. He went to the postseason bowl. I can't remember which bowl it was.
I mean, he was in a camp. If
he
I
was.
And it was the Cardinals.
Yeah, and then he just, I think he realized that the quest to that next level wasn't going to be there for him.
Yeah, politics weren't working in his favor.
Man, he immediately jumped into
coaching.
Yeah, he immediately jumped into coaching, and now look at him. So don't let it go away, man. Don't let it go to waste. But I understand just jumping into coaching can be tough, because if you still got that fire to play, man, it's hard to let that go. And I just want Aubrey to be given the opportunity. Give him one season at a I mean, damn, bro. Go CFL or something. Like somebody, like, I don't think Aubrey's a bad player at all. I mean, he's a great player, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Even with the size against him.
Aubrey is a great player, and you know, size-wise, I put him right there with Sam Mills, who wasn't big, but man, you could not question the motor.
Yep.
And that's what I see in Aubrey. You know, no, he's not 6'1" or 6'2", but you know, he is otherwise a quintessential linebacker.
Man, I think he's gonna do well for any team that give him an opportunity, as long as he can stay healthy. Hopefully he get that break, man, because I think if he get that break, somebody will love him. I'm not gonna go to the other side of that and delve into that, but I do feel like if he was in better graces with his coach, then he could go out there and plead a case or two to at least get him a camp invitation. You ain't gonna tell me that he can't be a great practice player for somebody, at least.
You know what? I'm just gonna agree with you because I know probably about a week and a half ago you spoke a bit more in depth on that. I'm going to agree with you, and I'm gonna leave it right there.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it doesn't cost a coaching, but what happens is, if you fall out of grace with someone, and I don't know if that's the case. I'm saying from his side of it, I've never seen someone ask him that question, and I don't know what he would say if he was asked that question. I'm just going off of what side I've had privy to speak with, and it is what it is. I mean,
Well, you're closer than I am, but from where I sit, all I ever saw from where he first got to Jackson State was somebody that came in, played with heart, and led. Yep. And basically left it out there. And when he spoke, the other players listened. That's what I saw.
I just feel like, Aubrey was featured a lot on a lot of them documentaries, man. He was looked at as being all F's, and then he was on the dean's list the next year, and all that type stuff. And you saw him featured a whole lot, and it just kind of sucks that it just feels like a lot of them kids got flushed down the toilet. And this ain't no attack on the dude. Look, I'm over that, man. It is what it is. You take it how you want to take it. If the person who don't want to hear what I had to say is their reality is them players just ain't no good, okay, cool. I ain't gonna debate you. But what I'm saying to you is that it's hard to see someone that has a platform. That man spoke openly about Isaiah Land, who ain't even play for him, leaving FAMU.
Right.
And that damn near, you ain't gonna tell me that they ain't have something to do with, not the smallest little thing to do with Isaiah Land returning back to FAMU. Oh, it's just wrong. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
so my point is that what I was making and the point I did make that day, and I don't have any, whatever. When I say this again, when I repeat that, I'm like, we saw what Nagy did publicly. I just never understood why anyone would oppose him just making a tweet.
Right.
Put it out there because it'll catch fire. Somebody, that man got power in his tongue, man, in his voice. That man say something, shit get to happening.
Somebody will listen.
I always do. I got laughed at for trying to, correlate some shit, but I ain't going down that road no more. But my point is, trust me when I tell you, man, everybody know that. I just don't like the fakeness of people who, I don't like talking to people who who ignore the shit that It's like, bro, that I ain't making this up, and that I'm not on no funny stuff. Like, why are you being a fan right now in the face of just a simple point? Because your fandom or your idolization of this person, your idolizing of someone won't allow you to just acknowledge that, you know what, that is a good point. Even if your defense was, well, we don't know what happened in that relationship. Maybe he said something to him. And I'm saying if that's that person's defense as to why, how we always defend stuff. And it's hard to deal with people like that.
Well, in the law, we have a word for that, and that's called speculation. And in the law, that's not allowed.
Just saying. So the reality of it is that with that, it just make you shake your head and say, damn. And it's in the book though. So I guess I need to bring John Jock on at some point. I need to ruffle some feathers so we can get the engagement up. We need to bring John Jock on that wrote the book about it. And like I said, that was KT Dub got my damn book. So yeah, that's right, Dub T. They really do. They said they edited the film and painted the picture that they wanted to portray it for them. That's true. They did a lot.
Well, here's the thing. Prime never gave up control of how he was portrayed.
No, I didn't.
At any time.
Man, listen, I ain't gonna get in trouble for saying this, but I'm just telling you, like, just talking to, I've had conversations with businesses in relation to trying to get connections and partnerships with this platform that have had conversations with him.
Mm-hmm.
And the things that they shared in relation to that was like, well, if you're going to do that, then nah, man, you ain't putting no players. You got to use me. Everything was always about, and it is what it is. It holds weight. He has value. He knows his worth. However you want to spin it, whatever, that's cool. So we know what we're dealing with. And I'm not gonna go down that road much further. But my point is, for the sake of the young man, I just never understood why. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe I don't get it. And whatever, I don't know. But I mentioned to you guys when I was up here, I spoke to Niles' dad.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty sure, and I say this, and I'm real when I say this. Everybody probably wouldn't take that call.
Well, Niles' dad was always, very positive. Obviously, he got to support his son.
Absolutely. When you understand the business in the game, you understand what comes with it. Mm-hmm. There is I don't carry bad energy or negativity or whatever. Because it ain't about me. I do too. It ain't about me, is what I'm saying. Because when I start letting my emotions about how I feel this should have went, I ain't no different than the person that was complaining about the damn Southern Heritage Classic. That's the same thing. I wanted to go my way, and when they know you should. No, I'm just like, at the end of the day, like, really, we talk smack, but at the end of the day, I hope every last one of them players that's on that list that blew them center, I hope all them kids get an opportunity, man.
Right.
I hope all of them. But we know they probably won't. But my thought process is I hope all of them get a chance.
I know that there's only so much space. And I know that, it can be political in terms of who gets those slots, but I really do want to see as many kids as possible get to line up against their competition and just show what they can do.
Trent, there are diversity quotas in every business that we involve ourselves in. And you have had to deal with cases of discrimination and all kind of shit that comes with that. I was a diversity hire in the roles I was in, and I don't give a damn what they say, because I ain't but one son bitch that looked like me in the business that I was in. I look around with nobody it wasn't no more chocolate fellas in that thing. You see what I'm saying? So it's like every now and again, what keeps the system in place is the fact that a few are allowed through the door to justify it and make it look like it ain't what it really is.
Right.
And the only thing that makes you more sick than that is when that token start to act like what you know that is in place ain't really there. That's when it be like, come on, dog. I get that I get it. You got access in the door, but come on, dog. So, I'm done though. I'm off my little soapbox. It is what it is. But no, I believe that Aubrey gonna be on somebody's roster this year. I'm gonna speak into the atmosphere. Aubrey's gonna get signed by somebody this season.
Well, I'm gonna believe it with you.
I'm gonna see Aubrey somewhere, man. And when he do, y'all, KC-1400 Media Group gonna pull up. We got to do the sit down. We got to talk. We got to get the updates. We got to get all that. Aubrey Miller gonna be on somebody's roster. I believe that, for real. I really do. And like I said, as they go into their quest for the next, I hope Willis Patrick, Niles, John, DJ, Jaheim, you know what I'm saying? Isaac, all of them. Deontay, I hope they all get an opportunity, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. So appreciate everybody. Look, we are, let me get that update. Trent, I heard some, I'm going to say this and I'm really gone, man. I'll let y'all know where we at because I'm fair like that. We are. Yeah, we had a few more come through. We're a little over G, a little over G now. So y'all keep them coming in, man. Keep them coming. We'll be back on Wednesday, and we'll tally up the rest on Wednesday, and we'll go from there, man. And I'll let everybody in the chat know what we got going on, Trent. For real.
All right.
All right, brother. Peace out, everybody, man. Thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for pulling up. Don't forget, man, this Wednesday, y'all know we got the legendary, as we stated, Ruthie. So pull up on us, man, and come check out the interview. Come pull up. If you got questions, just tune in, man. I think it'll be a great show. She got a lot to talk about, Trent, a lot that she's going to share. And I can't wait to sit down and talk to her about some Jack State women's basketball and just kind of her perspective, what she saw, and Coach Tamika Reed and all those good things. We kind of stepped away with those conversations, but I can't wait to see, and hear what she had to talk about, man. But other than that, brother, man, like I said, I appreciate you for coming up, man.
Yes, sir. My pleasure.
All right. Good night, everybody. Peace out.
All right. Via love.
Go Tigers.